Welcome to Gluttony, where the honey is flowing with this Helluva Boss Queen Bee inspired cocktail. Like in Helluva Boss, you're going to drink hard liquor, 100% blue agave tequila with 40% alcohol by volume. Pour 1 cup of tequila into a cocktail shaker or a large cup. Add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Add 6 to 7 tablespoons of honey. Like B, we're going to make this drink swimming in sweet honey. By the way, when you add lemon juice, it tames the burn of the alcohol and adds flavor. Eight splashes of bitters, which balances the flavor of the cocktail. Walnut confetti, we're going to make this cocktail shine like B by adding a small clump of edible glitter. Cover the cocktail shaker, then shake it to mix everything together. If you don't have a cocktail shaker but use a large cup, you can mix everything with a spoon. Taste test a small amount of the cocktail to see if it's to your liking or needs more honey, bitters, or even lemon juice. Let's add another tablespoon of honey. Since there was foam on top of the cocktail, I tried to draw a rose with the honey drizzling down. Let me know if you think it looks like a rose or not. If you made adjustments to the cocktail by adding more of something, like honey, shake or mix the cocktail again to meld the ingredients together. Taste test the cocktail again, and if it's to your liking, then on to the next step, or add, mix, and taste test again until it is. Add ice to cool the cocktail. I use 6 cubes, but you can add more if you'd like, as it makes the cocktail smoother to drink by lowering the proof per volume of the alcohol. Shake or mix the cocktail and the ice will melt quickly into it. Finish the cocktail by pouring it into a serving glass or shot glasses if you're having a Helluva Boss party. Look at all that confetti swirling around. Want to make your cocktail fancy? Before you make the cocktail, you'll prep a couple ingredients. Get a piece of red vine candy, which will represent Blitz, the O is silent, by cutting it into the shape of his tail. On one end of the red vine, you'll cut it into the shape of a triangle to create the tip of the tail. You can use scissors, a knife, or an X-Acto knife to cut out the shape of the tail about an inch from the tip. An X-Acto knife would probably be best to get a finer looking detailed cut. Be safe when using these cutting instruments, as they are sharp and can cut you easily if you're not careful. So for those who don't handle knives or an X-Acto knife almost daily, I recommend using a pair of kitchen scissors instead for safety. Next, you'll cut the red vine to be a couple inches taller than your serving cup. To represent Queen Bee, you'll cut a piece of honeycomb about half an inch longer than the rims of one side of your serving cup. You'll remove one side of the honeycomb so you'll be able to plainly see its hexagonal cells. Note, the wax from the honeycomb is edible, but it can be too chewy for some, so you can spit it out like gum after you eat the tasty honey. Like me, you might be concerned about the red spot in the honeycomb, but it's pollen gathered by bees stuck in the honeycomb. Also, you might find colors other than red in the cells, like blue or green, depending on the flower which the bees got the pollen from. As you can see, the honeycomb cells are visible after we cut it up. For Queen Bee's hair, you're going to use cotton candy, which you'll construct after making the cocktail, tail, and honeycomb. First, you'll need a big puff of blue cotton candy. Next, you'll pick a small piece of pink cotton candy, then put it on the bottom of the blue cotton candy puff. You can spike the cotton candy to make it resemble bees' hair. A reminder, make sure your hands are dry or the moisture will melt the cotton candy. For the fluffiest cotton candy, you'll likely find it from a candy shop in a large clear plastic bag or in a somewhat clear container. If you buy a bag of cotton candy which isn't see-through, you'll open it and might find yourself with compressed and non-fluffy cotton candy. I suggest buying it in person to be sure of the cotton candy's fluffiness, but if you can't, there is buying them online as well, but due to shipping it might get damaged. Put about 1 inch of a toothpick into the bottom of the blue cotton candy puff, which will be used later. To finish assembling your cocktail, you'll first stick the honeycomb onto one side of your serving cup, hexagon cell side up. Next, put the red vine blitz tail into the cup in front of the honeycomb. Stick the toothpick end of the cotton candy into the honeycomb and try not to let it touch the honeycomb to prevent the cotton candy from melting. You're now finished making your Helluva Boss themed Queen Bee Honey Cocktail. While it looks great for pictures, I recommend you quickly try the drink before the garnishes start to melt. Take a bite of the tail, and if it wasn't cut too deep into the center, you have yourself a straw to sip the cocktail through. The drink is sweet from the honey and smooth from the lemon juice, bitters, and ice, but the alcohol is still really strong with it being 40% ABV. So if you're going to drink this, I suggest eating something somewhat heavy first and don't gulp it down, but sip it or else you'll end up wasted like Blitz. If you're doing shots with this drink at a Helluva Boss party, the alcohol will start to affect you after multiple shots. Can you make this drink non-alcoholic? Yes, you can. Simply swap out the tequila with non-alcoholic tequila, don't add bitters, and adjust the amount of lemon juice and honey to your taste. The honeycomb itself is quite tasty and is different from the honey you usually eat from a bear-shaped bottle. Sweet, but not too sweet, and lighter feeling in the mouth too. If you'd like, you can put the honeycomb into the cocktail to make it more sweet. The cotton candy might get hard from too much exposure to the moisture in the air, so eat it quickly to truly enjoy the melt in your mouth treat. What if you put the cotton candy in your drink as it's made of sugar? Well, the sugar will make it sweeter, but when you mix it, the look of it changes from a beautiful honey color to something like the aftermath of Blitz drinking too much. You can buy the ingredients for this cocktail linked in the description for you to make it home, as well as recipe instructions. If you like Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel, please support VisiPop by following the various accounts on YouTube and Twitter for the latest information about both. Hope you enjoyed watching how to make Queen Bee's honey cocktail. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Look forward to another Helluva Boss recipe on our channel. Until next time, see ya!